Well, hello, YouTube land. Welcome back to 100 Line Last Defense Academy. We are on the killing game route, and we're actually at a pretty good point. Takumi is axe down a bunch of people that we just found out lore about, and we're kind of glossing over it. We're glossing over so much lore, it really makes me upset. But anyway, we are all together, every one of us. Ima and Akako have joined the team, and we're going to take down the sponsor. I had a choice between sponsor or Dalzia. I picked the sponsor because I think that one's a little bit more satisfaction, has more satisfaction to it. You know what I mean? Satisfactory. And Dalzia is going to come by later. At least that's what he did in the romance route. So I just assumed he was going to do it again here. So anyway, let's get going.
You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still will then.
Good night. Yeah, let's go to sleep. Our break time ends tomorrow. 4th round starts in 2 days. I don't want to play this game anymore. I'd be hoping that I could take out the sponsor before it started, but getting flustered now solves nothing. I should go to sleep. Sleep in bed. But it was not meant to be. My mind was still actively thinking about Darumi's words this afternoon. The sleep had been all but bed before me.
There's no clear rule explaining how the players can win this game. I bet the sponsor's hoping it'll drag on forever. Oh, just knock me out now.
Oh, excuse me. I didn't know why I was so hung up on that point, and I still couldn't find an answer, no matter how hard I thought about it. Eventually, I finally started drifting off. Finally, because I fell asleep with the light on. My sleep was shallow that night, but I did dream. In those dreams, I relived the events that occurred ever since this sponsor showed up. Oh, cool. Don't worry, I won't lay a finger on any of you. The game will immediately cease if the sponsor harms a participant without just cause. The game will immediately cease if the sponsor harms a participant without just cause. The forceful ending of the game was the one thing that could be construed as the player victory. Maybe that's why I got so hung up on what Darumi said, because a player victory condition actually did exist. The next scene to flash across my mind was Yugamu getting blown up. The invader hunt didn't end then, even though they defeated the player. That's just because Yugamu attacked the sponsor first, so punishing him for that was considered just cause. The current sponsor carried the terrible remote control capable of blowing us up everywhere they went. The scene changed and I saw the bodies of my friends that Yugamu had secured. The bombs on top of the coffins. Yugamu had surgically removed them post-mortem. He was blown up by one himself. He must have abhorred their very existence. This terrifying weapon was tucked away in the bodies of all my friends.
It's an unspoken rule that an older brother takes the place of his sister when she faces certain death.
Are we going to try to sacrifice Ima? Next to the memory of Ima, Kako asked him to join the team. Searched my mind. Ima declared that he would die on behalf of Kako. His determination touched me. I sat up and suddenly right awake. I found it. I had an epiphany. While sifting through those memories and dreams, I found a way to end this game. I ran out of my room and went to wake up Yugamu and Darumi. What is it, Takumi? It's the dead of night, you know? Yeah, what do you want? I was just going to visit Mr. Tsubasa. So guys, I finally found it. I found a way to end the invader hunt. You mean you found a way to definitively kill the sponsor? No, we're not going to kill the sponsor. We're going to end the game. Huh? What now? Is there any difference? As different as chalk and cheese. Conflating the two was our first mistake. I shared my new strategy with my friends. Their reaction. It does sound like it could be worth trying. But it's Yugamu's handiwork that'll make or break the whole thing. Or, sure, you sure it's gonna work? I'm sure. He's already taken out 6 of those things. You could probably do it blindfolded by now, right? I've never done it on a living patient before. Okay, don't come crying to me if I end up killing you instead. Doesn't matter. We can keep coming back to the revivomatic until you get it right. You're making this sound like a peaceful thing. Well, give it a try. It's the job of a leader's aide to pander to his every whim and fancy. After all, we don't have much time, so let's start right away. I need you two to come with me to the biolab. We quietly and stealthily made our way to the biolab, taking care not to be discovered by the sponsor. Or the bees.
Oh.
Take off your clothes, lie down on the table over there. Darumi and I complied, stripping down with our backs to each other. I have to let 2 boys see me naked? Gross. I might as well go the whole 9 yards and start making the O face now. Oh my gosh, bro. What? Come on, this is an emergency. It's not like we've got any ulterior motives.
So says the pervert, trying to sneak glances at my boobs.
You don't tell Mistress Tsubasa about this. I wasn't looking. I didn't see anything. You ready? Then let's do this. Oh, but first, some anesthetic. They poked a syringe into the neck and lay on the table. There was a sharp prickle of pain for a moment, and then my vision turned blurry. I began to feel lightheaded and... Okay, I guess it worked. Well, let's just assume it worked. I hope. I don't think it worked.
You did it, Yukamu. You did it.
Was not expecting this.
Great, now I'm damaged goods. On the bright side, this scar makes it look like I was in an epic sword fight or something. A scar on the back would have been a swordsman's shame.
Removing that thing from a living body was certainly different. I was out of my element. Anyway, better put your clothes on. The opening ceremony for the 4th round is about to begin.
I was surprised that worked out so well. We quickly got dressed, hiding the large scars on our chests under our clothes, and then...
Good morning, people of Lost Defense Academy.
The 4th round of the invader hunt will now begin. Gather at the leisure lounge so I can explain the rules. This is it. It's die time. Yugamu and I'll go ahead and tell the others about the plan. Come join us when you're ready to. Yeah, I'll be right there. After parting ways with Darumi and Yugamu, I went back to my room and got changed. So we're in the suit. Once that was done, we're gonna see the scene without. We all dashed to the leisure lounge. It was time for a showdown. Finally! What's with that getup of yours? The sponsor seemed a little confused by my appearance. It was only natural since I was wearing the same thing that they were. I stood there before them in the suit that Haruko had retrieved at the time the cost was less. What? Takumi? Why are you dressed like that? What's going on, Takumi? Everyone else looked equally confused. That was the act. We were supposed to be putting on. I smell big fat rat. Is this your version of a taunt? Coming here with that suit can only mean one thing, am I right? That depends on your response. I answered the sponsor with a calm and quiet voice. One question for you, sponsor. You've been hounding, pestering me ever since you showed up. Why? I thought I told you. That's because you're the most entertaining one here. You're such a little goody-goody, which makes it all makes you capable of all the cruelest decisions. A pair of goody two-shoes would happily step into the most disgusting puddle of filth to protect someone if they could. I just knew you would provide top-class entertainment if I pushed you into the corner. And that's exactly what you did. Are your hands still stained with the blood of those people you murdered in cold blood? Serial killer Takumi? The sponsor's jarring laughter echoed throughout the room. Okay, now's the perfect time to act angry. I'm glad you were entertained. I hope you're ready for more. Let's see how funny you find this. Wait, Mr. Sumino. What are you thinking? That's against the rules.
Down, Takumi, down! You can't be serious about this.
Don't do it, Takumi. Everyone tried to stop me. Of course, this was all part of the Act 2. We needed to make it seem like that I was acting on my own, totally independent from the others. That was what the scene we were trying to present to the bees hovering above. Let go. I've made up my mind. I have to do this. I shook off the pleas of the others. The sponsor has to pay for what they did. For making me kill other human beings. Ah! I charged at the sponsor at full force with the knife in hand. They started swooping toward me with the familiar cacophony of beating wings. Obviously, they meant to suck my blood dry for the rule breaker. But their stingers couldn't penetrate the suit I was wearing. Raise the knife. Oh, let me get that. That's pretty cool. The suit could repel any cryptoglobin-based attacks, but was weak against physical attacks. Even a knife should be able to break through.
You really don't think this through, Takumi. Have you forgot my other weapon?
The sponsor took out their remote.
Sheesh, I was hoping you could entertain me for a while more before you broke. Alas, all good things must come to an end. So long, Takumi. Let's play again in our next lives.
And as soon as he pressed the button on the bomb on my body, boom.
Huh?
But it wasn't I wasn't the one that got blown up. Instead, it was Darumi. Darumi and I will exchange bombs in there. When I violate the rules, the sponsor will press the button for my bomb. But when they do that, the one who actually explodes will be Darumi, who hasn't broken any rules at all. Right? So that will fulfill the condition to end the game. The game will immediately cease if the sponsor harms a participant without just cause. That's how it will work. Will the sponsors really honor that rule, though? They could just change it on the fly. Between the two of them, the sponsors have tampered with the rules of the hunt club already. That's true. The rules seem to be more like guidelines than anything else, but I have a feeling this one is set in stone. When I was laid up in the bed before, the sponsor came to my room. I wish I could torture you myself, but alas, that would be against the rules. They sounded genuinely sad when they said that. So this is a rule not even the sponsor, with all their authority to change. I think so. The moment they blow up Darumi, instead of me, something will happen. I didn't know how, but the sponsor would heavily be punished. That would give us the opportunity we needed to be.
Hold up. You're talking like I'll get blown up. Hold up. You're talking like it's given that I'll get blown up in your place. Why is it gotta be me? It doesn't matter who does it, right? Could it be Ima or one of the other guys?
Nope. You have to be the one. It absolutely has to be you. I've decided.
And why is that?
Because you got to kiss Tsubasa before me.
So, it's just a personal grudge. You're the normie who needs to blow up and die.
Why do you care? We'll bring you back to the biomatic right away.
Of course I care. This mouth that kissed Tsubasa's delicate lips will be destroyed.
Good, you homewrecker. Those lips are mine. Darumi the cuckold maker. No. You're killing me, Takumi. But in a good way. That's a sort of high-handed I'd expect from a successful leader. Oh my gosh. Once I ascertained the bomb had gone off, I took off the suit and stormed towards the sponsor. That was against the rules. You broke the rules, sponsor. Let me get Darumi when she didn't do anything at all? What a grave violation. You killed Miss Amamiya.
Yeah, give her back to us.
Huh? What the? You're back already? For a while, the sponsor said nothing, as we surrounded and hurled accusations at them.
You really had me fooled.
Eventually, they let out a subdued sound.
Darn it. I totally miscalculated. You switched the bombs in your bodies, huh? When I pressed the detonator, I ended up hurting Darumi without just cause. You're right. I've broken the rules of the game. Therefore, that's it.
No mortified denials, sloppy excuses, death pleas, nothing at all. I thought you'd bring out at least one last desperate gambit.
What am I supposed to do? Have you seen the state of my unbeatable weapons?
We followed the sponsor's glances to the ceilings.
Huh? The bees are falling.
Are they dead?
Those bees are like embodiments of the game itself. Since the game's over now, of course they're going to die too.
Plop, 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 plop. Once, one after another, the bees dropped to the ground. Finally, the last one fell. They were all dead.
See? I have nothing to fight with now. You're free to do whatever you want to.
You're definitely not getting off easily. But before that, show us your true face and tell us who you really are.
They must be zombies, right?
Or a monster that looks like even more hideous? I'm going to take your suit off now. Resist and you die, understand?
What's the point of resisting now? Go ahead.
Yugamu skillfully and started removing the suit of the monster's body. Soon, we would face the person who'd been tormenting our day. Open sesame. Yugamu tore the suit and helmet off the sponsor in one breath. What? Everyone was dumbfounded by the face that was been hiding beneath the suit. I couldn't believe it. It was him all this time? How was it possible? Wow. Interesting. So this is a leaper, right? This is a different Ito. Ito, you're still alive?
Hello, Takumi. Guess my secret's out. I was really hoping I could play the sponsor for a little while more.
No way. Ito?
Don't tell me you're a zombie.
Did his body revive somehow?
No, his body is still secure in my room. He could have come back from the dead.
Then this is someone else disguised as Ito.
I couldn't believe Ito Atsuki was standing before us again. But there was no mistaking his malicious presence. You're really the real Ito?
It's been a while since we spoke face to face like this, hasn't it, Takumi? I am indeed Ito Atsuki in the flesh. Not the Ito Atsuki you know, but I've come from another slightly different world.
My thoughts were thrown into confusion. How could Ito still be alive? How did he become the sponsor? And as the second sponsor, how is he connected to the first?
You look completely flabbergasted. Wouldn't you like to know who I really am? It goes without saying, spit it out already. You have no right to remain silent. Just what kind of alternate universe are you from? Why did you make Takumi do that to those people in the mansion?
We surrounded Ito and bombarded him with questions.
Calm down, everyone. Don't worry. I'll tell you everything you want to know.
I was surprised, actually. I promised to answer our questions without leaving us hanging, except
I just have one condition.
what is it?
I'll only answer questions from Takumi. And we have to be alone. No answers if anyone else is there.
What? Why do I have to be stuck somewhere alone with you?
Is that a no? Do you really want to turn down this offer? It's the biggest chance you have to get information out of me, team leader.
You've got a lot of nerve. We could always squeeze that information from you through various torture techniques.
You're not much of a professional assassin if you can't tell torture won't work on someone like me, Yugamu. I've already made up my mind. I'll only talk to when I'm alone with Takumi.
You're still trying to toy with me on that stage.
Why are you so obsessed, Takumi? Anyway.
Oh, why are you so obsessed with Takumi?
Well, wouldn't I be mean to him? After all, you're a version of you that killed me, aren't you?
I did kill Ito. So I thought. How could he be standing before me again. So this is a chapter 13 reveal, by the way. So if you haven't seen it, there is a true end route. And I do have that as a playlist. So if you ever want to watch it, you can. And on that playlist, at the end of it, you actually leap around some of the timelines pretty early on with Haruko, who knows all about that stuff. So this guy here has been doing that, which makes sense because the suits that they've been doing are leap suits from that same chapter. So that, if you haven't watched that yet, watch like the first 3 of that. And I don't know when I'm going to be able to complete it, but whenever I do get the story lock unlocked, I'll make sure to notify it. Like, this is the spoiler one, so probably do a little intro. So this is all about revenge. You become the sponsor of the Killing Game too. Not really, but I just couldn't get over it, you know? You were off to me, off the other me, like you were stamping out a pest to be exterminated, looking oh so righteous while you were at it. I wanted to make sure you came to terms with your true violence. Then you'd never feel inclined to act self-righteous again. How does it feel to even be an even worse serial killer than me, Toby? Just for that? You made me kill those people just for that? Not that. That's an expression better suited to a disgusting creature like you. Are you in utter anguish yet? I took over the Killing Game from the previous sponsor so I could see you look tortured by guilt and desperation. The game may be over, but my fun has only just begun. Because now it's your responsibility to interrogate me. I wanted to kill Ito again. Right there and then, to avenge my friends who died in this game. But I knew I couldn't. We need the information he had.
He's starting to smell more and more like the multiverse theory, true. This Ito came from another timeline, right?
Does that mean he knows how to travel between timelines? Can we see Takamaru alive again if we go to another timeline? If this Ito really did come from another timeline, the information he held was priceless. We could solve most of the immediate problems by learning how to travel between timelines from him. We wouldn't have to fight Dalzia, or struggle to get an escape pod started. Nobody else needed to die. But to get that information, shall we have a little chat, Takumi? You have to tell me what I want to know first. Like the sensation you felt when you killed those people. Feeling the bathing in warm blood of your victims. The squelching sounds was so nice and satisfying, wasn't it? Are we gonna kill this guy? Oh no. We're gonna off him before we know anything. In that moment, the faces of those people suddenly surfaced in my mind. Clear as day. The faces of the people I had killed. My breathing quickened. I broke into a cold sweat. Ito really did have potential to be the best assassin in the world. His ability to drive people into dead ends, make them wish they were dead, with words alone was unparalleled. It's not so bad to be caught. If so, I can see you looking like But I'm nowhere near done yet. Don't think you can get away from me, ugly soul of yours, for even a moment. I'll be sure to remind you of your sin from now on every single day. I could feel the strength leaving my body as Ito laughed at the top of his voice. And to think, thought I'd finally be able to relax after defeating the sponsor, the ending game. I was wrong. My real suffering was only beginning. After killing Ito, he came back with a firm hand of my ankle, ready to drag me down to hell with him. My killing game wasn't over yet. It happened so quickly I barely knew what was going on. Tsubasa picked up a knife I had dropped and lunged forward and slit Ito's throat.
Tsubasa!
Don't you dare bully Takumi. My sweet Takumi. Tsubasa? Anyone who dares to hurt him is going to have to answer to me.
All of you are such ugly monsters. Ito coughed up blood and collapsed on the ground. Within a few seconds, he stopped. Tsubasa. I ran over to him, in a tight embrace. I'm sorry. We were supposed to ask him for more information. But I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't bear to see you in such pain. No need to apologize, Tsubasa, if you hadn't jumped in. I'd have done the same thing. 3 cheers for Miss Kawana! The sponsor got what was coming to him, and it feels so good. Vengeance for Takamaru. Someone like that doesn't deserve to live.
I approve of anything Mr. Tsubasa does. Besides, this is the perfect end to a killing game.
Perfect end?
Killing games just love to drag out the story for as long as possible, and then suddenly drop the ending on a zero fanfare. You know, without answering any of the subplots it was alluding to the whole time. It's not a real killing game these days if it doesn't end super abruptly. That's why this is the perfect end for a killing game. I'm here all day for it.
So the invader hunt ended abruptly. In perfect killing game style, 60 days after it began. As relieved as I was, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't bothered by the many unanswered questions it left behind. But there was no time for us to run around trying to solve those mysteries now. The game was over, and that meant we had more important matters to deal with. With our eyes keenly focused on the prize of a true happy ending, we quickly moved toward our next objective.
Unfortunately, Ito's Atsuki's cryptoglobin wasn't strong enough to power the pod.
Right. I didn't think it would be the case. We had drained all the blood out of Ito's body and dumped it into the skateboard fuel tank. But it still wasn't enough. Even though he was so strong, Ito's cryptoglobin is totally useless. If you really think about it, 80% of his strength came from the bees.
Speaking of the bees, I have analyzed their remains and discovered something. They're a type of combat organism, or school invader, to use your name for them.
So the bees used to be humans? I hypothesized the first sponsor found and attacked a combat organism factory. From there, they may have coerced the manufacturers into creating the bees-like units with enhanced power and functionality. Why did the bees all die all at once when the bees sponsor broke the rules? Perhaps because of the Divine Pact to prevent the sponsor from harming the participants without due cause. Divine Pact? A wish made of God, if you will. Do you not also offer something in return in making a wish to your god? I'll be a good girl, so please let's father's surgery be a success. Things like that. So in this case, I won't harm the players without due cause, so please grant these bees great strength. Sponsor? No. The people who built these bees made a wish like that. Will God grant them that wish? So God really exists? Strong belief that he exists is the key. Divine blood grows in strength by binding itself to emotions, and the strongest feeling in the world is devotion. God, you say. The scale's too grand for a little guy like me to comprehend. Just who was that first sponsor anyway? They're still completely shrouded in mystery. Sorry guys, if I hadn't killed Ito. It wasn't your fault, Tsubasa. Nobody's trying to blame you for anything. That's right. We're all really grateful for you.
Mr. Tsubasa, can I comfort you with the longest, deepest kiss you've ever had? Can I? I really want it.
Let's just forget about Ito. The killing game's over for now. Oh, the killing game's over anyway. If the first sponsor was a zombie like we theorized, it was still possible that they could come back at some point. However, bees that have been the strongest weapon is dead now. Without those bees, we could definitely take out the sponsor by ourselves. There was nothing to be afraid of anymore. What we need right now is the cryptoglobin to fully power this squad, and we have the perfect candidate for who can provide us with that. Right? Squad Zero Commander, Alzia. We have to find and beat him to this cryptoglobin. I mean, have you finished developing the poison that can help us with that?
What do you think I am? It was already done and tested a long while ago. So we could beat Dalzia now? Indeed. So, As long as you proceed with caution, my poison will break down his invisible defenses. But Dalcia will still be a formidable foe. We have to come with a foolproof strategy to beat him. When he shows up at the academy, whenever that may be. After our meeting, we started preparing for the battle, and then when night fell. Ah! And there, I finally got the fire started, everyone. I cast fire! We lit a bonfire in the school as a memorial for all of our friends who had lost their lives in the invader hunt. Closing our eyes, we observed a moment of silence. Yoshika, Moko, Kurara, Ava, our fight against the sponsor is finally over. Mother, may you rest in peace. Have no fear, my sister and I will be fine by ourselves. Sorry for making you ingest the poison, Kiyoshika. I hope this fire can ease some of your pain. Thank you for protecting us, Mr. Yakushuki Shoji. We're only alive because of you. Thank you for sacrificing yourself to save us, Shoma. Mr. Shuiko, thanks for deigning to hang out with someone like me. Thanks for being my friend. Haruko, we did it. You protected us all. If Haruko hadn't set up the anti-sponsor alliance, we'd all have perished in that invader hunt. Not just her, everyone else who died after her became lights of hope that guided the 8 of us to where we are now. We mourn the souls of those who died in this game for many hours. But we couldn't mourn forever. We still had more. Alright, everyone. It's time to dry those tears. Discuss what to do at the next battle. Press through the pain. Look to the future. Everyone wiped their tears to my rallying cry and looked up. We got some food and beverages from the cafeteria and began our work council. It was clear to everyone that simply trying to put a brief front at first. But as we ate and drank, we started to cheer up for real. Awesome. This is a nice scene.
The way
Pretty soon it was just like
your
old times.
festivals are held is truly intriguing. Such a different culture from ours.
Dance with me, commune. I'll teach you how we did it back in the Tokyo residential complex.
Takumi, we can't let them outshine us. Let's dance till we drop. I'll teach you how to do the lambada.
The one with all those sensual hip movements? Yeah. Go dance with yourself.
Not gonna lie, I've never been to a party like this before.
Aww.
Mostly because I never get invited to cultural festivals or sports meets.
With me around, you'll never be shunned like that again. Let's hang out every day and talk about everything under the sun.
Brother dearest, I want to play with fireworks. Can we use the gift-o-matic to make some?
That's my brilliant little sister for you. We'll make the biggest and brightest firework display anyone's
This
ever
is
seen.
great. Holy Toledo. I am surprised how much I like this route, to be honest with you. After that, we kept chatting about anything that came to our minds and never running out of topics for the conversations. Some kept drinking and eating. Others dozed off as they grew tired. We all had fun in our own ways until late in the night. Day 87. Whoa! Opened my eyes to the blue sky and for in every direction. Oh, that's right, last night. We talked until it was almost dawn, then decided we wanted to see the sunrise together. It was so nice, I decided to lie down and apparently ended up dozing off. My foggy brain turned idle thoughts in my head, and as I got up, felt a strange presence behind me. Quickly rolled around only to see something that made me doubt my eyes.
What the Delsha?
Falling asleep all sprawled out in the open like this in the midst of a war. Not the most sensible idea.
How did Dahlia get into the school? What happened to the alarm? What's going on? I was completely overwhelmed with confusion. Takumi, you're awake morning? Oh man, we overslept. What? Huh? Dahlia? Excuse me, but what is this level of excitement first thing in the morning? Invader? Invader alert. Wake up, everyone. What's going on? How come you could get through without tripping the alarm? Alarm? What are you talking about?
As we were debating, the others showed up one by one. How did Dalzia get into the school? Is the alarm down? It is likely he simply walked through the wall of fire. He is invincible by nature. As long as those flames remain undisturbed, the defense system will not detect anything. That's very educational and all, but why are you so familiar with our security system? Before defecting, I was head of the intelligence in charge of analyzing school defenses. I'm shooketh. The Lally Shrine Maiden over here was a former enemy? You must be the Maiden Sage. The Maiden Sage. Calm you. Have you fallen far from the light of God? I suppose you must have your reasons, but know that I show no mercy to any who makes an enemy of me. You shall perish alongside these invaders. Damn it. I was expecting to have to fight him like this. All that prep work was for nothing. Now we're going to be wiped out. But just as I thought, there in my mind, 1 minute. That is all you get. Go get yourself ready for battle. Do not disappoint me. That Dalzia turned away. It's like we've been saved by his cold of chivalry. He did mention that he didn't like to be sneak attacked before, right? Fighting fair and square. I'm a fan. Not so much when we're the ones about to fight him. We'll go with his strategy. We discussed it before. Script Globin is what we need to finally escape from the school. Once we got our infusers ready, the defensive battle will begin. Oh, cool. We're doing it outside. That's nice. Alright. Kami enjoys it. That'd be good. Little tiny maiden. What do they call it? Shrine maiden? I know a shrine maiden as well. Oh yeah, I guess we don't have to jump off the diving board or the jump thing. I think it's supposed to be a sports jumping thing. That's supposed to be. I think there's a thing that you can jump on. It's like a trampoline.
God of the planet.
Yeah.
Hear my plea and lend me thy strength.
I remember this guy.
Blood of my bond release!
This guy is coolest. I think his personality is better, so he has a shit form. He just has a shit form. Uh-oh.
Let us begin. Come and prepare to die.
I will take care of his invincible defense. The rest of you stick to the plan.
Consider it done. I'll protect my little sister.
Our strategy is to make him step on that thing we rigged up yesterday, right?
This is a battle of wits, so kill your impulses and stay calm, everyone.
Alrighty. I think we've already done this. Yeah. So we're just gonna skip the battle. We're not gonna miss anything. It's the same content. Just
It's
less
time. Take
chess.
this, old man.
This is poison gas.
The effect of the poison will take some time to set in. Fall
Love it.
back and regroup for now.
She's great. I really like Kami. I didn't think I was gonna like Kami. This is, I think, probably my favorite. I think this is better than Coming of Age.
I never would have guessed there was a poison that could work on me. My vaunted defense has come crumbling down.
Don't turn tail and run just because your invincibility's gone. We urgently need you to die for us.
Now why would I run? I have been waiting to be cornered like this my entire life. I have always fought to die in battle.
That's something I don't get.
To
How was
die?
he captured?
To die on the battlefield is the fate of all true warriors. Do you not also long for the pleasure of an honorable death?
Absolutely not. All we want is to live.
Life and death are two sides of the same coin. For you to live, you must put your enemy to death. Now that the time has come, kill me to gain the life you so deeply desire.
There we go. We win. We didn't have to do anything. Oh, it was just the wave. Fair enough.
So I've lost. The time of my destruction is upon me. But I have no regrets. I die a warrior.
I still don't get it. Deep down, doesn't everyone want to keep on living?
In this world, sometimes death is more constructive than continuing to live. When I defied that woman, I was ousted from my position as a hero. Imprisoned. I despaired of dying in that emptiness. I am truly grateful you all appeared. Because now I can die on the battlefield as a warrior.
Thank you for fighting honorably.
You could have massacred us if you'd opted for a sneak attack instead.
Yeah. I'm glad you were the last enemy we had to face.
It was an honor to have you as my last opponents as well. You are all true warriors.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Now,
what a guy.
Finish me off like the
I like him a
warriors
lot.
you are.
He really
and
is
enjoy
admirable.
your reward of life.
Oh shit, I forgot about this.
Fishness.
I love how it came from the butt every time. Comes from the butt. Dude in the butt.
Foolish old man. Why would you think to let these invaders live?
Fishness! You're still alive!
I thought we blew you up with that bomb.
You really presumed I could be killed by your paltry weaponry? Certainly, I was a little scratched up, but I have since made a full recovery, thanks to the blood of this old bag of bones.
Veshna spit her words out angrily, crushed Dalzia's remains under foot.
Are you crazy? Stepping on your own ally like that?
Surely nothing I do now can be as crazy as what you have already done. I heard from that so-called sponsor about your little killing game.
Wait, what? The sponsor was leaking information about us to Veshna's?
The invader hunt. How dare you treat my adorable pets as targets for some mindless sport? Nevertheless, your indiscriminate killing spree has also given me some unexpected benefits.
Like what?
Solidarity, fostered by hate. You have angered so many people that my army has grown larger and more unified than
Where are they
before.
at?
We are the strongest we've ever been. All of us fueled by an intense hatred for you vile invaders. You, on the other hand, are dwindling in numbers. Our next attack will certainly end in your untimely demise. Just wait. The day will soon come when my army levels this school to the ground. And all of you with it.
That declaration, Veshna's turned her back on us. No regard for us standing there dumbfounded, she calmly left. Yeah, we did it. Our dim hope that this fight would be over once we defeated Dalzia was thwarted by Veshna's sudden reappearance. She'd be leading her massive army in an all-out attack against the Academy soon. That fact plunged our hearts and minds into deep despair. I still can't believe Veshna survived. Or that her army's grown even stronger. They became serious about taking us out because we were so aggressive. Perhaps that was the sponsor's ultimate objective already. Why do you say that? They organized a game that made us hunt down every single school invader we saw, knowing that all the time that would foster hatred among the invaders, eventually boiling over and exploding into an all-out war. What kind of full-scale fighting? That kind of full-scale fighting of a full is sure to create an astounding number of dead bodies.
So the sponsor gets tons of dead bodies by making both sides take each other out. It's sounding more and more like this first sponsor really a zombie.
We're still playing out the sponsor's script even after we go down?
How big do you think Veshna's final attack will be?
If that side is truly unified, the number of combat organisms will be the likes of which we've never seen before. How can we even defend against that ourselves? Veshna is even stronger than Adazia, right? She did just absorb his cryptoglobin.
What an impossible game to try and win.
Everyone started to look gloomy. Who could blame us? We were all filled with dread. We thought our fight would be over once Dalzia was defeated. But that hope was turning to utter despair. This couldn't go on. We were being paralyzed by fear. As let's talk about our bright future ahead. Whoa. What's gotten into y'all so bad? Dwindling on gloomy stuff is only going to make us gloomier. So, let's talk about our dreams for the future. This is an order from your leader. I'll even start us off. I ignored everybody's confusion and started talking about my dreams.
Once we're back on the artificial satellite, I'm going to become roommates with Tsubasa, Yugamu, and Darumi. We're going to rent a cheap but big house and live together in abject poverty. Becoming penniless roommates with my friends. That's my current dream.
Wait a second, Takumi, that was my dream. You can't just poach it like that.
It just means you and I have the same dream, Tsubasa. Just like you and I should be united in mind and body. In more ways than one. So stop, not in front of all these people. Really not appreciating this sudden, unsolicited info dump, guys. Wow, united in body and mind. So suggestive. But what is it? What is being united in body and mind suggestive of? Close your ears, commune. You're too young for this. You got me next. What are you gonna do when we get back? Any plans? Dream jobs? Dream job? Say. Ideally, I'd like to do something with medicine. I think I've taken enough lives for now. I want to use my knowledge about the human body to save lives instead. I think that you'd make a great doctor and save plenty of lives. How about you, Darumi? What are you going to do?
What a stupid question. Infiltrating in a rogue company, of course. I'll start as a janitor, make my way up to be a director of my own project. Then I'll flood the spineless adventure game industry with my erotic fantasies.
Wow. When did you become such an optimist, Darumi? You call that being optimistic? What about you two? What are you going to do at the artificial satellite? Just live my life out peacefully with Kami, I guess. Take daily walks, go shopping, enjoy life like an ordinary person. I do not expect a life of ease as a refugee, but I'll use my skills and abilities to overcome any obstacle. Support you however I can, too. That's what I promised, Ava. Your turn, Ima and Kako. If you have dreams, we'd love to hear them. It just so happens, Brother Dearest and I have been discussing the matter the other day. Once we make it to the satellite, we'll volunteer to distribute food to any children in need. We really should balance out all the bad things we did here with some good stuff. And what could be better than helping children who are in a place like us? That's an awesome dream you have. I'll help too. I'll build a powerful cooking field for you. You'll need medical assistance as well. That's where we come in. We can help. As we spoke about our plans, our faces became brighter and brighter, painting a vivid mental picture of a bright future. It's a great way to shake yourself out of the paralyzing despair. That was what I learned that night. Not to mention being around Tsubasa infused me with life. Let's all beat Veshnas together. Her cryptic element will definitely be strong enough to activate the escape pod. Then we'll be able to make our dreams come true. Thus energized, looking forward to the future again. Everyone started preparing for the final attack. That with renewed determination. We gotta get as strong as possible before Veshnas launches her attack. I slapped my cheeks to get into gear and started training. No way, we actually get a free time? We haven't had a free time, man, in a long time. That's crazy. Good call. Good call, game. Well, this is actually a pretty good place to stop for the video. So, YouTube land, thank you for joining us. I hope you have a wonderful day, and you make sure you be safe out there. Peace. Bye-bye.